What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode, another day, another dirty hands moment. So check it out. Today we have a special guest here. This is my friend LEXUS GS350 F Sport, because F Sport means you got money. And today on this F Sport we have on this episode of Sanders Installs, we have some RSR lowering springs. We have some, even though it doesn't say caliper paint, we're painting these calipers this orangish color, orange metallic. It's like metallic orange color. And while we're at that, you know, why not go ahead and throw some good old brakes and rotors on there. These are sexy, by the way. Some Toyota genuine rotors, looking two-piece, but you can't take them apart. I think you can, but they're looking kind of two-piece. We got some brake pads for the front only, some shims. We're gonna paint the back, throw these on, clear coat those, and paint the fronts. So stay tuned. If you're into Lexuses, F Sports, GS's, low cars, all of that stuff, this is your episode. Alright, so if you haven't already noticed, I already got the wheels off the car. Boom, wheels off the car. We're gonna start with these lowering springs because the fronts, you have to take the shock apart, obviously. The rear, if you can't already tell, if I zoom in for you right there, quick zoom in, they are two-piece rears, so that means the shock is by itself and the spring is like back there. So let me get you that better view. Two-piece, separate. Just need to drop that down, get the spring out, put the new spring in. That's the easy part. Changing brakes. If you don't know how to do that, you're a girl. And you know, everything else is pretty much gonna happen at the same time, because if I'm gonna paint these the right way, I'm gonna wanna tape this off. So it'll be super easy if I just took the caliper off, put the new rotor on, covered it up, painted it. Then I'm gonna slide the brake pads in, because if you have any Brembos, Akibanos, any big brake kits, the brakes slide in this hole right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spread it out, take this part out, paint everything, and then slide the brakes in, tap it in. He also has like these labels, not labels, hold on. The boys is outside on the dirt bikes and the four-wheelers. But he has some decals right here that I'm gonna throw on to say like F Sport. We're gonna clear over those as requested. So let's get started. Real quick, just because if you are watching this because you need an install video, I'm gonna make it super breezy, super quick. So just pay attention, because I move really fast. So let's get started up top. Alright, up top, quick overview. So you have this, I'm pretty sure it has like active dampening or whatever. It had 3 14s on it. Ignore my hands, they're ashy, I wash them a lot. So 14 right here, here, on both sides. Then you pop this cap off, wiggle. When you wiggle it off, it's gonna have this dampening adjuster, and it goes onto these little clip thingies. So it goes in here, but basically what you need to see is that you unplug it, plug it from this. Unplug it, then you turn it, and then you pull it out. Just like that. So you turn it, pull it out. Set it to the side, somewhere safe. And then you take these bolts off. I am not too sure if those are 14s or not. So we're gonna check. Let's see, 14. also 14s. So 14s right there. And this, my friend, is a 17. Everything else down low, meaning like pull this cotter pin out. This is gonna be a 17. You're gonna have to knock that up. And underneath here, sway bar, 17. The shock bottom, this is a 19. So 19, 17, 17, and then those are 14s. And just, if you wanted to know, the bolts for the caliper is also 17s. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. And I'm gonna check in after I have it off so I can make sure that I'm not telling you any lies. So let's see. Update. So check it out. We have removed the front shock. I just put this bolt on there to hold this back, but I was right. So I was right, completely correct. On the front, 17, take the nut off and then just hit it with a hand. Well, not like, don't take it all the way off. Like, you gotta line it up right at the bottom of it, kind of like how this one is, where just holding onto it and then hit it. It'll knock it up and then you take the bolt off, good to go. The bottom, I actually took this bolt off for the sway bar right here instead of doing the other one. It was just a little easier to reach. You could have did the other one, but it didn't really matter. And the 19 on the bottom definitely needed an impact, but got it off. So here she goes. There she blows. And here you go. It's a little bright. Let me go the other way because it's bright. Alright, so here is the factory shock. It actually has the new spring, not shock. Factory shock, new spring, old spring. Definitely needed to be compressed, like seriously compressed. So here you go. So this is actually the new one. So I'm about to take these compressor spring thingies off, whatever you want to call them. I'm about to take these off and put this one back in. I gotta go get the other side off. But you know, just a quick update. We're off. And you most definitely, if you have a LEXUS GS 350 F or not, you will have to go rent a spring compressor. I own this, got it from Harbor Freight. I'm not putting the link in the bio because you might not have a Harbor Freight. But you will need a spring compressor to take these giant springs off. There's an A word in there because they're freaking huge. But boom, here we are. And by the way, if anybody in the world was like, hey, how do I know if my shocks are blown? Do you see this? Do you see that goo greasiness? Yeah, they're probably blown. But it's not my job to tell people what to do with their cars. If you got some blown shocks and you want me to put some springs on it, hey, I got you, bro. Like, a lot of dudes don't understand. It's really just my job to do whatever you tell me to. Nothing more, nothing less. Bro, I had short story time. One time this dude came, he had a Mustang, kind of like that one out there. Hold on, let me, like this one. Focus. Anyways, if it was to focus, there's a Mustang out there. You just can't see it because my camera's being weird. But bro said, take my car, slam it all the way onto the ground. So you know what I did? Slammed it to the ground. And then bro gets home and's like, hey, my Mustang, I figured it out. My Mustang blew a tire because I had too much camber. Well, according to his instructions, bro told me word for word, put them coilovers on, slam it to the ground, like to the ground, camber all the way in. 45 minutes later, it is not my job to tell you what to do with your car. Any mechanic, if they working on their own, you tell them to do something, you know why you here. You about that low life, so you gonna have low life problems. But you know, that's just me talking. Somebody else could say, oh, you're a professional, you're supposed to warn them. If you want to be stupid, that's on you. As you can see by the ambience from the natural lighting. It's a little bit later. I wonder why. Cause I finished. I got into a little groove. We was grooving and moving. I had a lot of stuff to do, a little bit of time. So I'm gonna show you the back real quick. So here we are in the rear. This is the new shock. I went ahead and put it in, but it was really as simple as 19, 19, and on this side the sway bar. It's kind of dark, so I'm gonna just point to the sway bar. You see that bar going downward? At the bottom of that bar, there's a 14 right there. Let me see if I can zoom in. Zoom in. Still, wait. Actually, I got a gun right here. I'm gonna help you out. It's not working. Anyways, there's a 14 down there. At the bottom of the sway bar, I know you see the sway bar right here. I'm touching it. You see that middle finger? Yeah, right here. At the bottom of that, there's a 14. And then you just take out these two 19s, put a jack underneath, and pow, it comes out, and you put it back in. I will say, if you are trying to do this yourself, it is a bitch. And I know I shouldn't use profane words, because this is YouTube and this is a family place, but like, pain, super pain. The other side was actually really easy. And in the other meantime, you see these caps on the ground? Caps, no caps. We did some painting. I went ahead and put the F Sport logo on there. You know, super nice additive. This color on the cap really doesn't match this, but it looks better on the car. So let me show you the front, because it has like the different logos. So here's the front with the fresh calipers. Wait, this is a rotor. But yeah, fresh calipers right here, boom. F Sport, yep, I spray those with spray paint and clear those. And I actually cleared over the sticker, so you can't really see it, but you kinda can in the little crevices, but the glow is where it's at. So, fresh rotor, fresh brake pads, fresh paint, logoed, and then the RSR lowering springs. So next, all I gotta do is put it on the ground. We're gonna see what it looks like. Everything is tightened. I checked over everything, but this is it for this car. And you know, while we were doing what we did, and like while I was ranting or whatever, another car was dropped off. So stay tuned for the next episode for this Volkswagen. Right there. Boom. That Volkswagen is getting some bags. We got some race lanes right here. Yes, Raceland makes bags. So, on next adventure, Raceland bags on the Volkswagen for you Volkswagen lovers. So, let me put this back on the ground because I've been talking too much. And clean up the little space, because who likes a messy space? I'm pretty sure the dude's on the way to get his car. But this is your Lexus 350 EGS or whatever. Let's see what it looks like on the ground. Your final product, brought to you by me, yours truly. Look at this. Sheesh. The fitment though, nice and low. So we got the lowering springs on, we got the calipers. Let me see if I can brighten this up for you. We got the calipers, yeah. It's looking pretty good. I got it nice and torqued down and everything. Whew, it's extra bright. But there you go. The car. Great.
Not if you monetize it.
Look at Brian over here checking out a Lexus at his own dealership. He works at a Lexus dealership. I'll be like, oh my god, I didn't know these have two-piece rotors. He takes pictures of them.
Really get a lot of these.
Like, come on. But anyways, road to 10K. Go check my stuff out. And we're gonna catch you next time. Me, Brian. Look at this car back there. My man got a little black and orange Halloween mobile.
Called the fucking winner.
Whatever you want to call it. But anyways, Till next time, have a good day. You guys have a great time.